Hey, welcome everybody. In this video, I'm going to be using Autocad to create the guide block. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to open up my template. So I'm going to click the down arrow to the right of where it says new. And I'm going to click on browse templates. I'm going to select the Autocad template. And then I'm going to click open. And since we're already in decimal inches already, I don't need to change the units. But I'm going to go up to where you see home. I'm going to click on my layer properties because I want to create some layers here. I don't want to draw on layer 0. So I'm going to go up to my new layer icon. Click this one. I'm going to change this from layer 1 to object. I'm going to change my color to, let's say, red. And then my line weight is going to be something around, I don't know, 0.53 millimeters. And then I'm going to create another layer. And I'm going to make this one's center line. Center is good. We'll do that. And then I'm going to click on where it sees, I don't want it to be red. I'm going to make it like yellow. And my line weight is going to be not the same as my object. It should be, let's say 0.18 millimeters. Hit OK. And then what I want to do is double click on my object layer to make that the current layer that we're going to draw on. And click the X. So I'm going to start just kind of drawing the shape. And I'm going to start with the lines that I know. So I'm going to go up to where you see line. And I'm going to start my line at where it says first point. I'm going to type in 0, 0, press enter. And I'm going to make sure my ortho mode is on. So this little button here. You can also hit F8 on your keyboard. So I'm going to draw straight up, and that's going to be 1.25. Press enter. Let me zoom here in the center. Get this better where y'all can see that. Then I'm going to drag my mouse over to the right, and then that's going to be 0.75. And drag it straight up. This is going to be 0.5. And drag it to the right again. This one I'm going to have to do a little bit of math, so this is going to be 0.75. To the right. I'm going to hit the escape key to get out of our line command. So then what I'm going to do is I am going to draw another line, but this time I'm going to start at this. I'm going to start the origin again, but I'm going to drag it over to the right, and I know that line is 3.75. Press enter. All right, so now I need to draw an angled line. I don't know the length of the angled line, but I do know the angle of the angled line, if that makes sense. So I'm going to hit the escape key to get out of my line command. So what I want to do is I'm going to click on where you see polar tracking, and then click on the arrow to the right. And so I know that the angle that I'm looking for is a 60-degree angle. So just kind of look in your list to find something that has a 60-degree angle in it. So this 30, 60, 90 works pretty good. I'm going to select that, which is already checked for me. I'm going to select it. You want to make sure that you turn on your polar tracking by just clicking on it, and it turns blue. And now I can start my line command at the end of this line. And notice how when I move my cursor in 30-degree increments, you'll see kind of like a laser beam pop out. So that's 30 degrees, but I need 60 degrees. So I'm going to keep moving to the right. And so that's going to be your 60-degree angle. So I don't know the length, so I'm just going to drag it up to make sure I get enough length there. And then left click, hit the escape key. Okay, so now I need to draw a line at the end of this line at 25 degrees, but I don't know the length. So I think the best way to do this is I'm going to click on my line tool, and I'm going to start it at the end of this line here. And I'm going to use a polar coordinate. So I'm going to type in the @ symbol, And I don't know the length, so let's just say I'm going to type in 4 for my length. And I'm going to use the less than symbol. And that's going to be -25. Press enter. Hit the escape key. So where those two lines kind of crisscross each other, I'm just going to trim off those end pieces. So go to trim, select this line, select that line, hit the escape key. So there's kind of our outer shape. And now all we need to do is just figure out where our circle is going to go. So usually what I do to figure out my circle there, I'm just going to use the offset command to figure out where the center is. So I'm going to go to offset, and it says what my offset distance. I want to go type in 0.75, press enter, and I'm going to click this bottom horizontal line, and I'm going to offset it straight up. So left click somewhere above that line, hit the escape key. You can press enter again to get it back to your offset command. It's just a cool, neat trick though. So it says now what is my offset distance? So this one is going to be 1.5. Press enter. So this time I want to offset this vertical line to the right. Hit the escape key. So that tells me where those cross. That's the center line of my, or center point of my circle. So I'm going to go up to circle. I know the diameter of that circle, so I'm going to use a center diameter option. And my center point is going to be where these cross. The diameter is going to be 0.75. Press enter. All right, hit the escape key. I'm going to erase these two lines here. I don't need it. And then what I want to do now is I'm going to change my layer to the dimension. No, not the dimension, the center layer. So now it's yellow. And then I'm going to go up to annotate. Look for where you see center mark, and then just select your circle, and it'll put your little center marks there, like kind of like the book has. I'm just going to leave it like it is. So make sure you name this guide block. All right, so I hope that helps, and I will see you in the next lesson. All right, peace.